apparently Baylor men's tennis did have somebody in the transfer portal after all. It's because late last night I saw that Imran Abdul Hazli is going to San Diego State now. He's 6 foot. He's from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, or Lumpur, Kuala on the first part. I apologize if I butchered that. And he would have been a sophomore next year, so 3 more years of eligibility. And I want to just say this. He was a guy that was now going to see the singles lineup right off the jump. And y'all could look at his background. Like, he had a ITA junior career high ranking of 91, 5 singles titles, 7 doubles. Junior career record in singles, 58 and 17, doubles, 20 and 5. So he's more known for his doubles than anything else, but his UTR was in the 11s for singles. He did not play a lot of dual matches in general. I'm just going to say that right now. Not just in singles, but in doubles as well, in terms of completed matches. Because 1-0 in singles, 2-0 in doubles, and 5-6 overall, 9-4 in 5-6 in singles, 9-4 in doubles. But I will say most of those wins were in the ITA Texas Regionals, where he made it to the championship match with Luke Koenig as his doubles partner before they ran into Team Maluku and Lucas Brown from Texas. I'm just being completely honest. So this was probably a guy, maybe he could contribute down the line, but I was not. But it now opens up another spot, to say the least. And I do wish him good luck at San Diego State. So for Baylor men's tennis now. And I'm going to go ahead and include the loss of Alex Caritza. I know he was not on there on senior day, but he was supposed to be like a one semester guy. Maybe things change, but I'm not going to assume that he's going to come back and all this. So you only have like 6 guys coming back now. And then you add 4 guys, because remember, Baylor men's tennis did add Connor Van, like, I know I did a video on this, how to pronounce the name. Shalwyk, Schalkwyk, from Old Dominion. And then obviously this Kevin Barrel, Baierl. And obviously you got the addition of the 2 other freshmen in Blake Anderson and Drew Hedgecoe. So 10 guys on the roster. This is like assuming nobody else entered the portal here. And I know the transfer portal already ended in terms of entering, but this must have been the case of somebody else leaving and all this. And Imran was probably on the bottom of the list in terms of making the singles lineup, to be honest. Must have been, like, near it. And now the 1 through 6 in singles, I'm not worried about. It's the number 7 that's a question on who that is, because there's 4 guys competing for that 1 spot now. Drew Hedgecoe, Blake Anderson, Aman Zamani, and Luis Jose Nakamin. This is assuming that nobody else entered the portal and is looking for a new home and all this. So yeah, and if you got to have depth. So I wouldn't put past this program to add another transfer. I wouldn't. That way you don't have to rely on Calvin being that 6, but I think he could be a 6 guy if needed. Don't get me wrong, but it helps to have experience at the college level. And when you look at the history of the Baylor men's tennis program, they have added guys in the spring. With, of course, 2021, you got to take exception to that rule in terms of the spring guys. due to the amount of guys they had on the roster already. Because you gotta remember all those transfers they got at the time, like from that enrolled in the fall of that year of 2020. So you gotta keep that in mind. But when you go look at the history, I mean, 2018, Matias Soto, 2019, Finn Bass. I know he couldn't play right away, but he did play later on down the line, and Adrian Boiton as well. 2020, look at those, most of those freshmen that came in were spring enrollees, including Jensen Brooksby, because he turned pro right away. I mean, he did pro that fall. Of course, then he got hurt and never got the chance to play. But I know Rahul Dokia and Christopher Franson were not guys that were spring enrollees, but the rest of the freshmen were. Obviously, in 2022, Marko Milinovic. 2023, Armand Zamani. I know he didn't play right away. And Luke Conant, of course, contributed as a freshman right away. And then, obviously, 2024, try to look at the roster here. I know this past year they had Alex Caritza. Oh, yeah, a year ago, Devin Badenhorst, and we know how good he is. So, yeah. Point being, they have done that more times than not since 2018. So, it wouldn't shock me if they had added somebody late, like this past year. And you gotta keep in mind what some other teams have done in the past, like recently, by adding guys to January. I mean, look at Wake Forest. Most of those guys that they got were, or some of them that contributed for the national title, spring enrolled. I mean, that's just telling the truth. So we'll have to wait and see what happens from here. I'm not really worried about the 1 through 6. It's more like who's the number 7, who can fill in case somebody is injured or not playing as well. Because you got to have depth. If you want to be a top 16 seed or even the top 8, you got to have depth. Because right now they only have like 6 deep technically. In terms of like that, maybe those other 4 guys could really step up their game to be the number 7 guy down the line. I think they can be the number 7, but it might be a little bit of a drop off. So we're going to have to wait and see. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 89 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. Some remind us, of course, like the video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see us. Sharing the video does help as well. Some more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button. It's free. Hit the notification bell as well. And Imran was a left-handed player, by the way.